Digital India is a flagship program
Alright.
of the government of India, with a vision to empower the society, and make it a more, knowledge economy.
Right.
So that the basic, availability of data to each and every individual, even, to the remotest corners of the country, becomes accessible.
Right.
They are able to utilize, they're able to see what is best for them and be able to get, read from the inputs that are available, online. So I think that is the program that the government has come up with, and it is very important to equip these MSMEs with all these, digital India initiatives and come up with the infrastructure so that they are able to make the best use of it.
Right.
So I'll give you an example. So the BharatNet program, for example.
Yes.
So BharatNet program is an initiative by the government to basically connect the 6 lakh gram panchayats across India. Now what that means is, once you have all these gram panchayats connected with each other and through internet, the farmers are able to access the details about, let's say, what are the weather updates, what are the kind of seeds that they should sow, before the sowing season starts, what are the kind of issues that the farmers in other parts of India have come across, and how have they been able to overcome that. So those are the a few of the examples that would actually help the farmers to be able to save themselves from any kind of failure crop, or any kind of weather related catastrophes, or any other failure prone activities.
Right.
And they would be better equipped with the knowledge that is already available in the market.
Right.
So I think the government has made a lot of effort to push that. Whilst the last information that we have was that only around 1.2 lakh villages have so far been connected.
Oh.
But I think with the government continuing for the second term, I think they would be boosting this up
Right.
in the next term, so that they are able to reach their target of 6 lakh villages, I think by 2022.
Right.
So that is one of the things. Other initiatives around digital India involve, again, on the financial inclusion side, coming up or setting up a public infrastructure.
Right.
So in any kind of an economy, in a big economy, if you have to drive financial inclusion, you have to come up with a public infrastructure,
Right.
public digital infrastructure that enables people to use more, digital, media, to be able to use, let's say, digital payments, or accessing, or funding their needs through digital lending. So those kind of aspects require a lot of support from the government as well.
Right.
What that means is, so in the last term, if you see, government came up with an India Stack, architecture, which had a set of APIs which helped basically in terms of, the e-authentication, presence-less, paperless authentication of individuals for utilizing or using their, any kind of services, whether it is telecom, whether it is to do with opening an account, whether it is to do with getting a loan from the bank. So those kind of things have come up in the last term, and the government is also pushing on coming up with a public infrastructure at a pan-India level.
Right.
So that more and more people are getting aligned to the mainstream economy. And why it is important is because for every problem that an individual or an entity or a group of people come up with, somebody somewhere has found a solution for it.
Yes.
So if you're connected, you will be able to figure that out. So I mean, as the saying goes, you don't need to fall to see that it hurts, right? So if you are able to figure out what are the problems, what have been the issues around any kind of a particular problem, you'll be able to see the solution around it. There are a lot of efforts that are going around Digital India, and I think that will be one of the key pillars to drive financial inclusion.